Hey folks, Josh here talking about Euclid. All right, so we're going to be reading this book, books 1 and 2, volume 1. The Heath is the one, definitive, but you can find Euclid just about anywhere. What we're going to be doing is looking at, in our first meeting, we're going to be looking at the definitions. Okay. 23 definitions. We're going to look at the postulates, which is 5 of those. And then we're going to look at the common notions. Okay, so it may not seem like very much. It's, 2.5 pages at the most. 2 pages, really. But there's a lot to talk about. I think we could spend most of our time with this first one. A point is that which has no part. Okay, so we're gonna discuss these things. You'll notice that, there's a lot afterward. This is called the apparatus. Okay, when you do an ancient text like this, there's an apparatus that comes with it. And what it does is it looks at the history of the interpretation and whatnot. It's really useful, but you don't have to read that. So if you're short on time, just think about these things. Read them and think about what they might be and mean. I pulled out a Greek New Testament here just to show you another apparatus. So here's the Gospel of Mark, yeah. So here's the gospel, but then right down here, this is the apparatus. All right. So these ancient books, they have this cool apparatus. You'll notice that as you go through that, after your 2 pages, that there's dozens of pages of apparatus. You don't have to read all that. As we go along, once we're done with the postulates and the common notions and all that and the definitions, we are going to eventually start with the propositions. A normal curriculum around Euclid stops at the 47th or so postulate, which is the Pythagorean theorem. But take a look. We're not going to get into the propositions this time. It'll probably take us 2 or 3 meetings to get through the first bit. But look at those as you go along. We won't be doing all of the propositions as we go along, but we will probably spend, a year with Euclid. All right. See you soon.